Hey guys, I'm back with another action figure review, and this time we're going to take a look at the DC Universe Classics Wave 20 Green Arrow. He is figure 4 in the wave. He was released in January of 2012. I picked him up for retail about 16 bucks at Kmart, as I said in my previous videos. I used a gift card, so that's cool. He actually goes for like 35 bucks on Amazon and eBay new in his package, and you can get him like loose for 10 bucks or so, but he won't come with his bow. He is the second Green Arrow in the DC Universe Classics series, the first being in Wave 9, where he was in his classic costume, and this is his modern costume, but I believe it's pre-New 52 because in the New 52 he does not have his beard, which is a strange decision in my opinion. His beard is pretty iconic. So, let's take a look at the package. Very similar to the Green Lantern packaging if you watched my previous video. DC Universe Classics Green Arrow, Wave 20, Figure 4. Yeah, similar up here. And then the back we have a nice photo of the figure. Bio. The statistics. The rest of the wave, excluding Green Lantern because he's the all-star of the wave, and Nekron, the Collect and Connect figure. Now, Green Arrow comes with the right arm of Nekron, which I will show you now. So, I mean, it's, just an arm. It has a double jointed elbow, which is nice. I mean, it would be nice if Mattel would include that on their figures. But yeah, I mean, just looking at the size of the arm alone, I can tell the figure's big, and I've seen it in reviews, so I know that it's big, and looks pretty cool, and so hopefully someday, hopefully, I will complete him. Wrist hinge, not swivel, sorry. Oh, both. Silly me. So, that is Nekron's right arm. Let's take a look at Green Arrow. So as you can see, he does come with his bow. Now, this is a reuse of the bow that came with his Wave 9 figure. And, it does not... The arrow... Give me this. He holds onto it nice and tight, as you can see. The arrow is attached to the bow, and it doesn't come off, and he doesn't have any additional arrows, nor a quiver that he can actually put anything in. This is just single shade, it's a green plastic, so is the arrow. I mean, if you ask me, it's pretty disappointing. I mean, for like a 6-inch figure line, you'd think that he would get something more. I mean, I recently, if you saw my unboxing, I got the Avengers Mini-Mates, and I know I haven't reviewed them yet, but the Hawkeye has a bow that he can attach an arrow to, and a quiver he can put arrows in, and the thing is like this big. So, I mean, it just amazes me that they can do that with that figure, but Green Arrow doesn't get a real bow. But anyway, maybe sometime in the future. So, let's take a look. He's actually a really nice figure. Like, I really like the figure. It's, it's disappointing his bow and arrow is disappointing, but the figure is really nice. So, let's just take a look here. I mean, let's take a look at the face sculpt. It's a really nice one. The beard looks really nice, really accurate for Oliver Queen, and I love the hood. I love this costume. First of all, I prefer this to his classic costume, and I love the way it looks from the front. But I have to say, it does look kind of silly when you come back here and you see like he's just kind of got a floating hood with just this gap, and it's not attached to his costume at all. And obviously, it's so that you can move his head. So it's because of the figure. I'm just surprised they didn't maybe sculpt the hood down a little farther, or, you know, kind of over this, so that it would still wouldn't be attached, but it would be able, so it would be able to move, but it would cover and you wouldn't really see any skin. But that's, I mean, I guess that's a nitpick. You don't usually look at the back of a figure, so, whatever. But, yeah, the rest of him, the quiver is a separate piece, so that's pretty cool. It looks like, you know, he's actually wearing it. It is stuck in his back. And this is a different quiver than his Wave 9, the Wave 9 Green Arrow, and I like this one a lot better. I feel like the other one is, which is used for Red Arrow in this wave, which I don't have yet, but I know it's the same quiver. It's just again, it's like his bow. It's just a single, you know, it's cast in a single shade of plastic, and it doesn't look very dimensional. Whereas this is like rubbery. It has these raised details, and then the arrows inside of it are a lighter green with the brown, and it just looks more dimensional. So I like that a lot. He's got a knife, you know, a holster, but unfortunately you can't take it out. It's just flimsy little, you know, it's supposed to look like something, but it's not actually. That's a little bit disappointing as well. But no biggie. I mean, what do you want? What are you gonna, you know, you could give him a knife in his hand from some other figure if you want. He's got nice sculpted pouches onto his belt. And the details, the wrinkles in the tunic, I guess, are really nice. It's nice to see some figures that have this as opposed to a lot of superheroes in skin-tight costumes where everything's always the same. So it's nice, and it's sculpted nicely over his shoulders. There's like a gap here, you can see, so it looks like he's wearing this tunic, and he has, you know, skin-colored arms, because that's the color of arms. He's got some sculpted bands on his arms as well. The gauntlets he's wearing are really nice. They have some, you can see some arrows kind of sculpted in here, and just stitching details look really good all across the gauntlet. It's really nice. He's got his thumb outside of his glove. Obviously, one hand is sculpted sort of open, that he's going to be holding the bow with, and then the right hand is sculpted, and, you know, as you can see here, to kind of grab onto it. And then he's got another strap with a pouch sculpted onto this leg, and it's actually a little, where the pouch is, it's slightly loose, and then on the leg it's nice and tight. And his boots are they're sculpted very subtly, you know, but it makes a difference over, say, the Green Lantern figure in my previous video. That little bit of sculpting, I like that little detail. I think it gives it that much, you know, makes it look that much better. And he's got just a little wrinkled details in the boot too. On the bottom, no tread or anything, and he's been stamped with these obnoxious numbers, but at least they're on the bottom of his feet and not like in his leg like some figures have. 2 pickles, though he doesn't come with a stand. And oh, this, you know, this lifts off like a separate piece and also has really nice wrinkled details. So yeah, and his paint is great. I mean, the greens, the greens are really nice, all of them. I love this bright green on the chest, and then the dark greens. There's his legs are like a really dark green, and then the rest are kind of the green in between. Sorry. So yeah, just go over articulation. His head it doesn't spin all the way around because of the hood and the quiver, but I mean, who does that anyway? It does not really go up and down. It really at all. Yeah. He has typical shoulders, baldish shoulders, all around, in and out. They go really far in and out. It's really nice. Bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, unlike Necron. A swivel at the wrist. Looks pretty cool with the gauntlet covering. So, he's got an ab crunch that I mean, I don't know if this is my figure or all of them. It's not very far forward at all, but it goes far back. So he kind of leans back like this. Sorry. Leans back like this. He's got a nice waist swivel. Mine's actually kind of fairly loose, but not too loose now. Split hinge, Mattel split hinge legs, a cut above the knee, single jointed knee, no boot swivel, which, I mean, I guess it's okay. I kind of like boot swivels, and I actually prefer boot swivels to thigh swivels only because it's not really noticeable. I mean, if it's a boot, it's a boot. You can't really, you know, it's a seam line, so I think it works better than the thigh. And I like my figures to have one or the other at least because I find it easier to pose them, for sure. At least with figures like Spider-Man or ones that are going to be in dynamic poses. Anyway, it's drifting off there. Lastly, ankle articulation, and mine's pretty tight, at least on the one foot. So, yeah, and that is Green Arrow. He is pretty cool. I have to say I really like him a lot, and I really want to get the Red Arrow figure to go with them so they can be together, partners. Red Arrow looks pretty cool. Again, other than the reused quiver that I'm not exactly partial to.